What's up out there? Welcome back to Melvor Idle Hardcore Gen 2 episode 17. In the last episode, I have no idea what I was doing because the cooking and thieving rework hit. So I pretty much stopped everything on basically all my characters and started working on thieving. And I've pretty much gotten the thieving all the way down to, let's see, what was I looking at here in a minute ago? These three areas here, the fort, the wizard tower, and the royal castle. And the problem I ran into is these things drop so much stuff. The only one that I was actually able to finish was the court jester, because he doesn't really he doesn't really drop a whole lot, but the rest of these things just drop tons and tons of stuff. I did get these up pretty far on the masteries, just by everything over level 95 or over the 95% mastery pool. I was dumping into these, so I've gotten a lot of these up pretty far. So that's good. But like I said, I ran into storage space. I don't have enough room to store all this crap. Like I only have, say, 7 spaces left, and this is way too much. So I was trying to do some things to counteract it. At one point, I think over the weekend, I stopped and went ahead and got the third inventory slot, which was the one from Slayer. So I got up enough Slayer coin to get that purchased and dumped a bunch of stuff into there. And then I've been selling stuff or just not keeping some things, like this jester hat, man. I might just go ahead and get rid of that now too. Like this glove, I hate to get rid of it because I've still got 48,000 charges on it. Well, 49,000 charges. So I should probably just use the thing up. But I don't really have any need for ore aside from, say, the mastery pool stuff, aside from finishing that off. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm smithing up. I smithed up some dragonite bars, and I took the bars and then made these these daggers, and now I'm making these shields. And the reason I'm doing that is so I can turn this stuff into summoning, because I can do daggers for the Golden Thief, try to get this mastery up, and then let's see, what's the other one here? The shield for the yak. Go ahead and get that raised up. But now I'm creating another resource that I have to maintain, which is these tablets, and that's a headache of its own. Let's see. I have a bunch of the yak ones, which these are good. These are damage reductions, probably well worth creating a ton of. But then I have to store like the, I have to do something with these golden thieves. I mean, they give you gold for kills, so it probably wouldn't be a bad thing to have these on, replace the yak ones or something. But that's still like a lot of, this extra stuff. I'm trading knives for golden tablets, thief tablets. So I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. Let's see, I'm doing the shield one here for the yak. There's one for the bow, which I haven't even gotten yet. And then there's this minotaur one for the axe. So I'll be spending time with those. I was looking at my inventory here. I'll probably go into the axe with the adamantite bars, which we're getting really close to needing. After that, I sat down with, I think I had 2,000 dragon ore, and I thought, well, this won't take too long. Ran almost all day yesterday, and I had like almost 20,000 dragonite bars by the time that was done. So, I'm looking at this pile of 18,000 gold. I mean, I might just sell it. That's going to take forever to go through. The coal, I have tons of coal. 106,000 coal. That's good, because then I can, push that into all this other stuff, which is great. But it's still a lot to use up. So like I could do diamond reduction. Diamond. What are those called? Diamond luck potions. I could burn those off. Those should go fairly quickly. I could do something with this holy dust. Now I have a ton of eyeballs, but I'd like to get the damage reduction potion, which means going and farming up some of those horns. The essence I could probably just toss. I'm not really working on it right now. But then again, it's a pile of it sitting there. I got all these seeds to go through. I could probably sell some of this stuff off. But then I need to work on cooking. I have to, I don't know, there's so many things that I could be doing with this stack of stuff that I have, but I really need my inventory cleaned out. Some of this is combat, melee, magic, perfect swing potions. I don't know that I would use those, and they are worth a little bit of money, but I don't really need money right now. So it's kind of tough to figure out where to put some of this stuff. I've got, inventory spaces. I can toss a few things, but like I don't have any more pants to put on here. I got a couple of ring slots or whatever, but I need to get like the sandstorm ring, so that would go on that melee side. So basically, I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of stuff without just selling it. I could go into fletching. Let's see, go back into smithing here, and let's do adamant. What was I looking at? Axes. Let's do these. Burn those up. Number one, this is finishing out these mastery pools, and it's giving me extra XP to finish out all these other ones that I don't want to work on because I don't feel like crafting up bronze. Iron wouldn't be bad. Bronze and steel, though, take 2 ingredients. Really, though, steel takes coal that I've already got, so iron wouldn't be too bad to get. Bronze, you have to get 2, copper and tin, and then smith it up, and I'm not interested in doing that. What was we doing? Axes. But on the flip side, I do have to mine them because I don't have either one of these finished out. So, yeah. A lot of things to consider going forward, but basically what I'm trying to look at doing now is getting a freed up inventory space. And there's a few ways you can do that, which is crafting stuff down. But I think one of the things that I was talking about doing in one of my last episode, or probably the last episode, was going in through the god dungeons and unlocking these interval reductions. The air god dungeon is very doable because that's like right there. I just need to maybe level up a little bit and go hit it. But like the fire god is kind of a long way away because I have to get through all these other ones first, gear up, go all the way up to whatever level with range to be able to even complete it. So that's going to be a long way out. And the reason I want these is because a 15% interval reduction on pretty much all of these skills would be great. But I was thinking about that. Thieving, agility, and summoning do not have a reduction in any of this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's see. These 3. I don't think Herblor's in here either, is it? No, Herblor's not in there. No, Herblor's in there. Herblor rune crafting is here. I know crafting and fletching is there. Let's see. Smithing, mining, and cooking and fire making and fishing is not in here either. So I could theoretically go do fishing, but I kind of want to stay away from some of these other skills as much as possible. Like the smithing one feeds into summoning, so I need that. But these that are covered under this interval reduction, I kind of want to stay away from. Trying to finish the masteries out is where I'm driving at with that until I get these unlocked, and then I can start working on them. But once you start going for combat, you're kind of locked into combat mode, switching all the agility out and getting summoning built and everything ready for it. So I'm not entirely sure how I want to proceed forward. I kind of want to do combat because, and this is going to take a long grind to get all these done. And then I'd have to come back and do crafting. But in theory, I could go do combat enough to get through the air god dungeon at least once, and maybe some of these others, and then start working up crafting. I don't know. Crafting will be the last skill I work on pretty much, I think. The point being, if I can get all of these to level 99, I can get in and buy the max skill cape, which you have to have 99 in all skills. So if I go through and work on all this combat stuff and just idle along on Slayer tasks or something, just to work this up, not necessarily buying the Slayer, like aside from maybe the ring here or the shield, just a few things. Or maybe I could sell them back. I'm not sure. But like I need to get into the Highlands to get the claws. get those upgraded. So I could probably idle some of that stuff off and get these, but like the lantern, the boots, I don't need those. It's just inventory space taken up. The reason I want that max skill cape is because that thing would replace all of these skill capes. Now I could sell these and just rebuy them back. I mean, you can make gold fast in here. Within an hour, you can have 1,000,000 gold and buy one of these back. So that's not a big deal. I suppose I could sell them off now, which I may do. I'm not sure. But inventory control is going to be the next thing I try to tackle. And I honestly just don't know how to do it aside from, you know, using up some of this stuff. But then if I go do certain things, depending on mining, I'll start getting gems again and that'll fill my inventory back up. You know what I mean? Like it's very difficult. So I would love to get the max skill cape, 3 of them actually, because those work out really well to have and put them on all my character or all my slots. And that way I don't have to switch back and forth. I think I mentioned it, but I bought this 3rd gear slot. I went through and got the Slayer stuff for that. So I'm doing everything I can to get this inventory freed, but it's taken forever. So I think what I'm going to do is think this through, figure out whether I want to do the max skill cape, which means working on all of the combat stuff now, or I can also try and work on thieving, agility, and summoning in the background because, well, some of the summoning stuff, I don't have these marks located yet, but like some of these other ones, I can get these all up to 99. Like I said, I'm working on daggers and stuff now. I've got axes going. I've got shields going. That will push the smithing stuff a little bit further along. That also gets me into materials for summoning, get some of this stuff completed. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'll do because fishing, thieving, agility, and summoning can all be done without any of those interval reductions. The other stuff will move forward while I do it. And then I could maybe turn around and do combat during the day and try to push some of this other stuff forward. So that's kind of the quandary that I'm in. And that's what I'm trying to figure out is how to push forward. I know what I want, but everything I want to do is going to take a lot of grind. So the max skill cape grinds out all these skills that aren't at 99 yet. The dungeons have to, basically grind a lot of this stuff out too. So I could probably hit a couple of these dungeons along the way, as well as trying to get to that max skill cape. Need to play careful so my guy doesn't die like the last one did. But I don't know. That's kind of where we're at. And I don't know. I'm not unhappy with the way this is going, but like I have so much, I thought, all right, I'll make a few dragon ore or dragon bars. And I ended up making almost 20,000. So now I got to burn those off. You know what I mean? Like it's just clearing all this out. Of course I could get rid of these, but then I can't burn my logs. I don't know. I have to go re-chop wood, which I can work on these. You know what I mean? Like it just keeps going. I hate getting rid of some of this stuff because this represents a few days worth of gathering and then just sell it off. Like I don't really need 7 million, but I've got 415 right now. The other thing I could do is because I'm working on thieving and agility, work up the cash. I could try and go buy this $2 billion party hat. That took a while to get on my standard account. And I would already be doing thieving and some agility anyway. The other thing I could do too is the leprechaun one. I got a ton of money. I can finish this thing off. This is another resource. So, and it would give me a little bit more gold from thieving. So I could probably go do that also. So many paths forward and I don't really know which one to take exactly. So I'm going to probably do some random stuff. And that's kind of where this video has been, is just kind of like a bunch of random things because the thieving thing just really threw me for a loop. But I don't know where we're going forward. I kind of want to do some agility too. Retool this up for money making and get at least the 50% checkpoint. If not, just run this until I hit 50% and just get whatever I get. Yeah, that's even with the signet ring. That's pretty poor. Anyway, so many choices. I'm kind of rambling on a little bit. I don't really know where to go exactly. Um, so I'll mull this over and we'll see where we end up on the next video. But yeah, probably a combination of thieving and agility, and summoning is pretty much where I'm looking at going. So, at any rate, that will do it for this episode. And hopefully, there's a little more clarity on the next one. So, take care and we will see you then.